Yeah, it's okay. Hey, careful.
Mollypenny knows how to make kids laugh. For 17 years, Chio's resident clown has been helping sick children forget their pain and fear, at least for a while.
First he hugs the picture of her on the wall, but then he actually sees her in person and he just lights up. So it's always a highlight of our visit here. And we see Molly almost every time we come.
You hold it, feel the quarter.
Thousands of kids, thousands of happy memories of Chio.
Good grip, right? You got it, Mom?
Yeah.
When was this?
June 1st, 2010.
So they've known Mollypenny a long time.
Yes, since pretty much birth. They've been in and out of the hospital since they were born.
What does it mean to them to have a clown here to say hello to?
I know when they were little, it was kind of a stress reliever to have something fun around because they spend a lot of time here in the hospital.
It takes a special person to don a clown outfit and put on makeup every day. But who is Mollypenny, and how did she become an essential service at our children's hospital? She agreed to an interview, and I began by asking her how she chose the name Mollypenny.
Yes, in 2001, where I was putting my proposal in to have a clown in the hospital, and I had to come up with a name, and that was very hard for me because I could not decide. So the penny part came in where I was saving. I didn't know how I was going to get to clown camp because I figured $1,000 to get there, $1,000 for the week for the University of Wisconsin, and then you want to buy stuff when you're there because they have different stuff. And so my nephew goes away, comes back with about 10 pennies, and he says, "Here, will this help?" So what do? Just gave him a hug and said, "Thanks, buddy." So from there, I came back to work. Everybody had pennies. They were giving them to me. Within 3 months, I got 300,000 pennies. I know, it was amazing. So I had 3,000 bucks. So boy, I enjoyed myself. I brought stuff back. So that's where the penny part comes in. So I don't want to lose that part, but most of the kids now call me Molly.
Where did the idea to become a clown in the hospital, where did it come from?
I'm not sure myself. I used to do the mascot here, and I really liked it. So I thought, and then I went to a few clown classes, and I was quite enjoying it. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't blow up the balloons. I couldn't do the juggling because I dropped everything. So it was really struggling. So I failed everything. But that's okay. You don't have to be good at everything. Because I'd juggle and the ball would fall on the floor, and then I'd go chase it. Well, you can only chase so many balls. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The balloons, you had to blow them by mouth. Couldn't do that. Of course, the staff laughed at me when I said I couldn't do it. I failed. So I brought them in the next week, and we had the whole operating room trying to blow up those balloons. None of them could. So then they backed off quite a bit, you know. One thing I would like to have extra would be to have musical talent. I don't have very much musical talent, but you don't need it necessarily.
What did the hospital say when you put the idea to them? Because you're a nurse.
Yeah, an OR nurse. Yeah.
What did they say?
Well, luckily it was Mr. Cardiff at the time, Gary Cardiff, and he was very supportive.
Supportive, even though he knew she was pretty shy.
I don't like being the center, I guess is the word, and yet the costume, I know I am, but I'd rather have the child the center because it's empowering for them. My first year, when I think back, I knew nothing.
But you know, my mom's afraid of clowns.
And I'm afraid of your mother. I'm getting better now at playing off of the kids. Like in the last maybe 10, 15 years, I'm good at letting the kid take control, and then I come back to them with the fun stuff, you know.
Those aren't real donuts.
Yeah, they're babies.
They're Cheerios.
They're baby donuts. I don't know what's wrong with you kids. I'll have one.
How would you describe your brand of humor?
Oh, I don't know.
Bit twisted sometimes?
Oh, totally twisted. But to the humor of the kids, because then they go home and do it to their brothers or sisters. They get it. And most of it's at their age level. And even the teens, it's out there. It's good for the teens too, because when you see a small little guy laugh, there's nothing better. Yeah. You know, it's good for the heart. It's good for everybody.
Growing up, she says she never considered she'd end up clowning.
No. Are you kidding? Mom would appreciate it. My dad wouldn't be too sure.
Why? What was he like?
Oh, he's very serious.
And where did you get this side? Is it from your mom?
I must be.
Where did you grow up?
Up in Douglas, Renfrew, up that way.
Oh, well, you know, the Valley folk are
yes.
good jokesters.
That's true.
Yeah.
And then when you can teach a kid to do it to his brother or sister, like card tricks, magic, there's different stuff that I do with the kids to teach them to be able to do it with their brothers or sisters. And like my brownies, they're becoming famous. I wish, well, I shouldn't say that. Every weekend, that's what I'm doing.
Making brownies.
Making brownies. You see.
My kids have had a few of those, Molly.
I know. See? Gluten-free. Then I had to go gluten-free. Had to go regular. They had to go with nut-free, you know. So you have to get it works. They, if you just look at their faces, it works for them. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing it. Just a Kleenex. What's wrong?
A smile or a chuckle is all she's aiming for, but at a children's hospital, that's not always possible.
There's definitely kids that, and that's the hard part sometimes if they don't do well, and some haven't. It affects everybody. It affects the nurses, the doctors, when a kid's not doing well.
But putting a laugh on their faces.
While they can, you're making a memory. You're making a memory. And you're making a memory for the parent. You're making a memory for the child.
You are a cutie.
Thank you. You're cute too.
I knew that.
That's why you didn't tell me.
Ah.
Are you a different person because of...
I think you do change. I'm not sure. Some days I'm not sure. I think you change. You have more empathy maybe for the families, what they're going through. Mm-hmm. Compassion. I don't know. It's probably always there, but it just comes out more now. I'm not as embarrassed to do stuff. I give you don't give too many hugs. You're not supposed to. But how can you say no to a 3-year-old? You know, you can't. So everybody's saying you can't hug them. Sure. You try and tell that to a 4-year-old, you know. Hug parents, whatever is needed. You know, I have many stories, and probably they'll stay with me till there won't be a book out there. Because sometimes it's very personal, you know, the moments.
How long are you going to do this?
I'm only 4 now, so good. I'm not answering that question. I don't know. As long as my health is good, we're going to keep going. See? If I was still in the operating room, scrub nurse, I would have been retired if I didn't have this. Oh no, I'm very fortunate. I'm blessed. Like I said, I'm blessed. Is that it?